Hello students, welcome to English grammar class. Today I have decided to teach you about paragraph writing. Most of the students cannot write paragraph. In the examination, they are asked to write letter, notice, newspaper report, biography and process writing. As an examiner, when I have examined the scripts of answer scripts, I have found that many students do poor in this field. And in the writing section, they cannot achieve good marks. They fail to score in this part of the English lesson. So it is a very matter of anxiety for a teacher why students can't write paragraph. It may be that he has not a good knowledge of the concept of paragraph. He doesn't know what to write, in a paragraph or how to write. The problems which I have noticed when a student is asked to write a paragraph, the problem I have met is that some students leave the writing space blank. That means they don't attempt the question at all. They don't write. They leave the question and keep the answer space blank. Some students copy down the points given in the question and they don't do anything more. They just note down the points given on a topic and leave it. And some students, when they attempt to write paragraph, they write it, but they write it incorrectly. And some students are also found that they write another paragraph in the writing space that is not related to the topic. So these are the problems we have found while checking the answer scripts of students. So why does it happen? Why a student cannot write a paragraph? Does he not know what a paragraph is? That is the concern for me as an English teacher. So I have decided today to tell you about paragraph writing. So our today's lesson is Introduction to Paragraph Writing. So let's move to the computer slide, and there I shall deal with how to write a paragraph or what a paragraph it is and how it should be written. Now here is given the story of Proserpine. I am reading the story. Long, long ago, in the beautiful island of Sicily, there lived a goddess called Ceres. She was the goddess of crops, plants and trees. So on her depended the health and happiness of all the people of this wide world. Ceres had a fair daughter, Proserpine, whom she loved more than her wife. Proserpine was the brightest and loveliest of all girls. Her cheeks were as rosy and beautiful like the apple blossoms in spring. Her eyes were as blue as the sky in April. Her long golden curls were as bright as the sunlight in springtime. Far down the earth there lived dark Pluto, king of the land of the dead. He had often asked some goddess to come and live with him, but no goddess was willing to live among the dead. So this is a part of a long story. Now in this story you can see that this part of the story is divided into three sections, from here to here, then from here to here, and lastly from here to here. There are three sections in this part of the story. So when a writer write an essay, write a story, or write anything, or write any composition, he does not write a composition as a long continuous paragraph. He divides his whole composition into a few sections. Like here, the part of the story is divided into three sections. This section 1, section 2, section 3. So here each section is called a paragraph. So in this part of the story we have three paragraphs. Paragraph 1, paragraph 2 and paragraph 3. Why is it done? This is done in order to make the composition easy and easy for the reader to read. If you write a long continuous composition, the reader will find it difficult to read. He will find it dull and monotonous. He will be reluctant to read it completely. So a writer, for the easiness of the reader and so that he can understand it well, he divides his whole composition into certain sections. Each section is called paragraph. So what do we see here? Here we see in this part of the story, the story is divided into three sections. And each section is called a paragraph. Now, so we have here three paragraphs. From long ago to this wild world in the first paragraph. And the second paragraph begins with Ceres had a fair daughter and ends in springtime. And the last paragraph begins with far down the earth, ending in among the dead. So we have here three paragraphs. Now look, each paragraph consists of a few sentences. For example, if you read the first paragraph, here you will see there are two sentences in this paragraph, and in the second paragraph you read the whole paragraph, you will find four sentences here, and in the last paragraph you will find here two sentences. Far down the earth there lived dark Pluto to the dead, among the dead. So here in the third paragraph we have two sentences. So what do we see here? We see that a paragraph is comprised of a few sentences. A paragraph is comprised of a few sentences. So what is a paragraph? A paragraph is a group of sentences relating to one topic. In the story of Proserpine, we have seen that the part of the story was divided into three sections, and each section was a paragraph, and each paragraph has a number of sentences. So a paragraph is a group of sentences relating to one topic. When you are asked, what does it mean? When you are asked to write a paragraph, remember you have to write a few or more sentences. Always remember, you have to write a few or more sentences. So a paragraph is a string of sentences. If you can't write a sentence, you can't write a paragraph. When you have to write a paragraph, you have to write 3 or 4 or 5 sentences. When you write 4 or 5, 6 sentences together, it forms a paragraph. So, before writing a paragraph, you must learn to write a sentence. And a sentence must have a tense. Without a tense, there is not a sentence. A sentence may be in the present perfect tense, a sentence may be in the past tense, a sentence may be in the present continuous tense, a sentence may be in the present perfect continuous tense. So if you don't have the knowledge of good knowledge of tense, you can't write a sentence. And if you can't write a sentence, you can't write a paragraph. So before writing a paragraph, you must learn to write a sentence. If you are able to write a sentence, then you are able to write a paragraph. If you are not able to write a sentence, you are not able to write a paragraph. So before writing a paragraph, you must learn to write a sentence, and sentence must follow the correct tense. If the sentence requires present perfect tense and you write it in the past tense, your sentence will be wrong. If the sentence requires present continuous tense and you write in simple past tense, your sentence will be wrong. So you must have, first of all, good knowledge of tense. So you must learn all the tense: present continuous tense, simple past, present continuous, simple present tense, present perfect tense, past perfect tense. All the tenses, all the tense you must learn. Otherwise, you won't write a sentence. So what do we see here? A paragraph is a group of sentences relating to one topic. Now, second point is, a paragraph may be long or short. A paragraph may be long or short. A paragraph may consist of a single sentence. A single sentence may make it a paragraph, or a paragraph may have many sentences. There are no fixed rules how many sentences are going to form a paragraph. Now, what are the features of a paragraph? Each paragraph must deal with the topic given. In the examination, you are given a topic and you are asked to write a paragraph. So your paragraph must be dealing with the subject given in the question. I have told you earlier before that while checking the scripts of students, I have found that some students at home they have memorized a paragraph and they come to the school, they come to the examination hall and they write that paragraph in the answer space, and that paragraph is not related to the question. So your paragraph should be dealing with the topic. Now, the second point is the paragraph should have a logical order. What you write, all the sentences you have written in the paragraph, they must follow a logical order. That is, events must be related in the order of their occurrence. For example, if you are asked to write a biography of a personality, you must write date of birth first, and you must write date of death later on. You cannot write date of death first and then date of birth. That will not be the logical order of the sentence. So the paragraph should have a logical order. And third point is, or the third feature is, a paragraph should be of different lengths. Now, in the examination, you are asked to write a story, you are asked to write a biography, you are asked to write a process writing. Sometimes you are asked to write a newspaper report, and some you are also asked to write a notice. So, if a paragraph is about a story, it should be written in the past tense. Remember, your story should be in the past tense. If you are writing a biography of a personality, it should be written in the past tense. Now, if the paragraph is on a process writing, for example, how to make tea, how to make rice, etc., it should be written in the present tense using passive voice. Passive voice is used in the process writing. A notice is to be written in the present tense using passive voice. So when you go to write a process writing or you go to write a notice, you write it in the present tense. If you are writing a newspaper report, it must be in the past tense and sentences should be in the passive voice. While writing a paragraph, ensure yourself that you are writing a paragraph with correct spelling and following grammatical rules like using appropriate articles and prepositions. When you write a paragraph, you have seen that a paragraph is a number of sentences. So it means when you are going to write a sentence, the sentence must have a tense. The sentence must have a tense. So you have a good knowledge of tense. Secondly, you must have the good knowledge of article and preposition. Number 3, you must have the good knowledge of correct spelling of words. You must have the knowledge of passive voice and active voice, because in many paragraphs passive voice are used. So if you don't have the idea of passive voice, you can't write. So you must learn passive voice. You also must learn main clauses and subordinate clauses, because when you are going to write a long sentence often consists of main clause and subordinate clause. What does it mean? When of course, in fact, all the grammatical rules which you have learned, for example, article, preposition, and change of narration, change of voice, knowledge of tense, all these are applied in a paragraph. When you are writing a paragraph, you actually applying the knowledge of grammatical, knowledge of grammar in that paragraph. Mane, you are writing there in the paragraph an article, preposition, voice, clause, subordinate clause, etc. So remember, when you write a paragraph, you are writing 3 or 4 sentences in a paragraph, and in a sentence without tense there cannot be a sentence. So when you write a sentence, you write the sentence with correct tense, and your sentence, all the words must be spelled correctly, and all the articles and prepositions should be appropriate, no faulty preposition and no faulty articles. And when you are writing a complex sentence, you must write first principal clause followed by the subordinate clause. So these are about paragraph writing. In our next class we shall deal with process writing, biography, newspaper report separately. So this was all about a paragraph writing. So these are the some rules about paragraph. So it was I told you in my today's lesson what is a paragraph, what does a paragraph mean. So a paragraph consists of sentences, and sentences must be correctly written. So all this was about paragraph writing. I hope you have understood today's lesson quite well. Thank you very much.